Good evening, Match Fixer. And good evening to everyone else that joins. I know there's not many. The old board game streams. Not excited. People do not get excited about this, but I am excited about it. I'm sure more people would be excited if it was at a time zone that they were able to view. Us Aussies, we're in a different time zone. So we are on Lantern Year 18. Lantern Year 17 is currently uploading, and it's been a tremendous campaign. What's happening there? Hey, we're back. So let's talk about what's happening with our campaign. So we're about to hit Lantern Year 19, so we're going to have the level 2 Red Witches, which is great. And then we're going to go straight into the Gambler, which is also great. Hello Scarabost, welcome. So our population is now at 30. Some great little like generation 3, 4 survivors, all with the gear. Peppermint is our white speaker in training, and she continues to go from strength to strength. She's just leveled up to Story of Blood 2, which is a cool thing to do. I've never actually used this ability at all, really, even though I bought it. So it's nice that with Bra's rules that he wrote, we get to actually use this little Story of Blood fighting strain. So she's just glorious, and she's actually got a way to gain bleeding tokens, which is so useful. I've gone into getting closer to our end game sets now. So we're taking probably two of our best survivors. Skittle is our Silk Surgeon. So if you haven't been following along, or if you didn't, I did a lot of games yesterday. We now have a level 3 Silk Surgeon. I've never in my life gotten that in the game. You can only get it from one very specific legendary card, which I saw, and I decided to accept it on the hope that I got it, which we did. And so now, while all armor in your gear grid is silk and all jewelry is amber, that's the sticking point, which I'll come back to, gain +2 evasion. And at rank 3, if anyone dies during the showdown on a 7+, they come back to life. So not only do we have Undeathable, but we now have a second crack at someone coming back to life. So good. Yeah, just glorious. And we're critting with Scythe Master, so you get a bonus. So she's just fantastic. The reason I'm taking her out is I want to get her to get the bonus luck, and then we'll consider boost. We're going for Sword Mastery with the Elastic Sword. Pretty good. Nothing wrong with that guy at all. Peanut Brittle, Club Master, Sweet Battle, free club activation. We've got Club Mastery. So with the Dome Buster, we now do 3 wounds if we are twice the monster's toughness. So basically, because it's strength, it's strength 17. If we roll a 3 or more to wound on a lot of monsters, it's 3 wounds. And we get to flip negative attributes as well, so that's great. She's wonderful, very happy with her. We have, unfortunately, a dark secret coming for her, and I thought I'm just going to risk it. The other two, not so much. Dr. Pepper, it's our saviour. Really, all I'm trying to do is get her up there to be murder bait, so we have someone else that can be the murder bait instead of our white speaker, even though we can kind of avoid murder bait with our scout. Yeah. So we'll roll on the face painting roll. So that is a 3, which means nothing happens. And then the shrine, that is also a 3. Departing survivors gain 1 insanity. So that's 2 unfortunate rolls. Dr. Pepper, you are black. Okay. So departing survivors gain an insanity. We will depart with our survivors, and Peanut Brittle is going to have to roll on Understanding 9, which normally would be White Secret, but unfortunately, because the Pariah is such a chump, it's not White Secret. Instead, it is Dark Secret. Now we do have Undeathable, assuming that the harp works the way that we think it does. But yeah, let's see. So as long as we don't roll a 4 or a 5. 4 or 5 is the only one that kills us. That's a 9! Hyperactive and Heartstrings. We have not innovated storytelling. Have we? No. Here's a couple of little traps for unwary punters. Do not innovate storytelling when you are fighting this guy with Dark Secret, because he just kills you. What a chump. You can't avoid the Red Witches, you can't really avoid, but okay. Disorder, Hyperactive. That one's fine, you just need to move. And Heartstrings, which is a cool ability. When you move with Heartstrings, you choose a direction, and when you move, you can move 3 extra spaces, so it basically makes your movement 8, which is pretty awesome, really. Skittle's movement 7, by the way, because the silk boots and the silk armour that we're wearing gives us +1 to all of our all of our rolls. Great, we're probably going to have to do another one of those, because occasionally you do get stuff in the showdown. We're going to be here. I remember the spider hunt events as being quite punishing, and I haven't found that to be the case as yet. So, this one is Surrounded. Each of the survivors rolls a dice. 9, 6, 15, 19. So we make it, and I am fine. So next one, which will be Skittle, Bad Vibrations. If the result is even, which it is, we set up 3 spiderlings adjacent to the silk nest. Let's just do that now. We'll put them at the back. Little goobers. This one is, oh, Dano. Oh, Bone Eaters. Bone Eaters, Bone Eaters, Bone Eaters. Wonder if I can set it up without actually having to set it up. Maybe I'll just do that. If any survivor has an instrument, all survivors gain 3 survival. We are at max across the board, so we don't need to do that. We're going to add some Bone Eaters. Level 2. This is going to be a shellacking. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand it. Bone Eaters need to have some sort of thing. It shouldn't be. They shouldn't be this level at Lanternier 17. They should be gated based on your current level, because this showdown is just going to be absolutely nothing. The champion is the person with the highest what? The highest courage. So Peanut Brittle is the champion. So let's go set it up over here, I suppose. We'll do it. We'll do the thing. Where's my encounter board? Here it is. If I so desired, I could actually have another camera set up with the encounter board. However, it would be very hard to find the space for that without me having to move into another location. Alright, where's my encounter card? Here it is. Cool. Bone Eaters. And these guys have got all these little fingery things. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. one up. Maybe it's like that, actually. No, we'll do that. That's fine. This doesn't need to be perfect. Alright, so our champion goes here. We do have 4 bone eaters or 5? No, still just 4 bone eaters. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle this. Shuffle this. We would gain 3 survival when we hunt these guys. And at level 2, they have skull surgeons, so they gain after damage bleed. Your neck is expertly cut. Head severe injuries. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so we'll just go 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and the scout will just be down the end. Scout's got Grimjaw, but we're not chasing dagger proficiency to my knowledge. What are we chasing? The only weapon proficiency we benefit from here is sword. This is probably a mistake, actually. We should probably be bringing out people that we're trying to get proficiencies on. That's fine. The person who's going to go is the scary lady. She's here. We're going to surge with Peanut Brittle. These guys are toughness 9. So she surges. She's going to attack the one whose go it is. She hits on a 2+. That's a hit. It's not a perfect hit. It's a 9, which is a critical, so we get a critical effect. The Bone Eater is knocked down. How useful, she's dead. Sword guy is going to move and swing with his sword, elastic sword. Rolls 1 hit with a 4, and then it's a 2+ to wound. Rolls a 1, however, the guy doesn't counter because he is in the blind. So we'll just spend that. 1, 2, and shield dash and surge with the hunter whip. She rolls a 1, but because she's got the rainbow wing belt, no, she doesn't have that ability. 2's to wound, 1 wound, 2 wounds, including a critical. Does it benefit us? Each survivor adjacent to this Bone Eater may spend a survival, suffers an additional wound and is knocked down. That's fine. They're more useful at the level 4 version. And the Scythe chick, she's in a dash and surge. Hits 3 times. Criticals. So, and that means all of them are critical. Monster cannot counter. Great. Just in case, because there's no actual critical locations. Yeah, 1, 2, dash surge. Dash surge. Okay, so that Bone Eater is the only one left. It's going to attack the champion. And that will be the closest threat in range. Actually, we'll turn around and swing on Boost with this attack, because Boost has 1,000,000 evasion. How many speed are you? You're 2 speed, my guy. You are high damage, but you are not speed enough. The sword guy will swing. He rolls double 1s. That's it. We're going to end the turn, and we're going to let him go again. He's going to attack the sword guy. He rolls a 10. He hits. We could surge to block. Yeah, we'll surge to block. So we get another survival. And so we ignore that. And now we get to attack with 4 speed thanks to Blackguard style. Yeah, 4 speed. 2s to wound. 2s to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. And does a perfect, a critical, does a wound, does a wound. We actually have to do a counter. Suffer 2 damage to the legs and suffer knockback 3 directly away from him. And that was because we attacked and we were not in his blind spot, so he counters. That's it, we kill that guy. We're going to roll 4 dice. We get a Shawl of Determination rare gear. We get 1, 2 basic resources. And the Shawl of Determination, as I recall, it's not too bad, but I don't have a lot of space for it. A lot of space that I want to give up anyway. So I'll make a decision on that later. The one that I would give up is the Scavenger Kit. Bone and a hide. So we'll consider that. Because of the Bone Eaters Song of the Brave, we gain 3 survival and keep on singing. Okay, so with boost, so manage departing survivors 1, 2, 3, and boost is going to gain a sword proficiency point. So that's nice. Okay. Excellent. We'll go back here, and I should mention that we do have a red incursion and a mineral gathering. And we've got the black and red set, so we get +3 to our roll on the red incursion. Excellent. This one is a random event. 64. A stone fountain. Any survivor may consume from the fountain. How many dried acanthus have we got? Yeah, peppermint will consume. Yeah, we want courage. What do we want? Do we want to see the truth? Yeah. Dr. Pepper will consume. Dr. Pepper rolls a 5. It's water, it's refreshing, but she does gain a courage, which makes her prepared for the trials ahead. And she rolls a 1, which is gain a strength token for the upcoming showdown, which she won't really need. Cool. Oh, Darren, well, if you like, mate, I can bring it tomorrow night because we're down to 4. So it could be a KDM night tomorrow night. Did AI write that response too, mate, or was that all you? It's good ones. Good stuff from you, Darren. All right, we continue. No one else is going on the fountain. Here we have cocoons. Anyone with 3 courage may investigate, and we will do that. So yeah, let's just go with Dr. Pepper, I guess. We roll an 8. Suffer 3 brain event damage. Great. 1, 2, 3. All right, the forest wants what it wants. Ah, Darren, so good. All right, the forest wants what it wants. We start with a 5, so that's not our best roll. So gain a bleeding token to add +1 to the result. If we do that 5 times, that takes us to 10. So let's do that. 1, 2. When you gain a bleeding token, gain a survival and an insanity. 3. 4. And the last one is Peppermint. She can spend bleeding tokens to gain Story of Blood, to gain armor 20 hit location. So that's fun. She's evasion 7 though, so she'll be fine. So that takes us to 10. We need to get to 13. So we're going to take a -1 luck token here, and because we have inversion, we're going to flip that and we're going to make that a positive luck token. Inversion could be the secret tech. This guy is just going to take a -1 accuracy token because that goes on the black and red cuirass and sets us up for that. And it's archive it to gain a hit, and the other person will be our scout, who is unlikely to be doing anything. We'll gain a -1 speed token. So that gets us to 13. We have a gracious aroma. All survivors gain 1d5 insanity and 1 understanding. So the 1d5 insanity is a 2, 1, 2, and the understanding is going to trigger Dark Secret for boost. Let's go boost. Boost juice. Dark Secret. All right, don't roll a 4 or a 5, boost. Oh, boost, you are the worst. Okay, so I think we'd try the undeathable roll first. On a 6+, boost is alive. That's a 2. All right, so we have to lifetime re-roll what do we do? Yeah, we'll lifetime re-roll the thing you roll. So it's a Lantern 10, so he gains hyperactive and heartstrings, but he's lost his re-roll. Boo. So boo. Hyperactive and heartstrings. Unfortunate. Dark Secret, starting to get on my nerves. Pariah, you're a pus bucket. All right, we're going to go here and we're going to do the Mineral Gathering. Scout rolls a 5. I think that is if you have a pickaxe, you might gain yourself an iron, or maybe it's just a broken lantern. It is. On a 5, gain a broken lantern. A sudden rock slide catches you off. Suffer 2 event damage to the body. The scout is wearing no armor. How fun. So we get a broken lantern. It's all for the positive. All continuing. All right, and now the exciting one. So a red incursion. We have full black and red armor now. So we get to roll and add +3 to our roll. So if the cloak wearer has a complete black and red armor set, they add +3 to their roll. So what we'd really like to roll here is a Lantern 10 so we can get into Seer's Chamber. Let's see if we can do that. Oh, it's a 6, so it goes to a 9. So we just go into the Elastomer Mines, so that's fine. I think we're just going to gain a bleeding token. Elastomer Mines. Cool. That's a 7. So we gain a red thread and an understanding. We can descend. I do want to descend all the way to the grimy refinery and see if we can get ourselves some iron from that heartworm tunnels. 1 red thread. Boom. Yep, so we'll go to the refinery. This is boost. We roll a 7, which is gain a bleeding token and 2 black resin. So we'll try again. That's a 1. Yep, we add +3 to our roll result. Again, roll again. Cool. So the 1 doesn't give us a bleeding token. So we've got 2 black resin and we are in the bottom section. because we're wearing our resin hat, the black and red Armit. So if we can roll 6+ now, we're going to get 6 black resin and 2 settlement for a 2 iron, which is what we want. So 6+. Dano! Oh, I was about to kick over to a 6. Okay, is that a lifetime? No, we've used the lifetime reroll, haven't we? Yuck. Yeah, we're probably retiring him. 2 bleeding tokens, so that's going to get him 2 insanity. 1, 2. And he gets 6 black resin added to settlement storage. Shame. Shame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black resin added to the storage. Got to look out for bleeding tokens on him now. This one, which is a scout hunt event. All right, we're getting all the cool ones now, aren't we? All the ones that require me to get different books. A scout hunt event. We roll a 4. See, that is the same one that I've rolled. I'm rolling that again. I've rolled 4 like 3 times. A 5. Subterranean route. The scout, wait out the storm and roll a random hunt event. So the scout dies on a 1. Could be bad, but 1 event damage to a random hit location. Yep, on a 7+, we gain a random vermin resource. Yep, now we're going for it. So as long as we don't roll a 1 here, the scout's in good shape. It's an 8. Oh, so each of us rolls 1d10, and on a 7, we gain a random vermin resource. That's no random vermin resources. Shame. The subterranean route proves too difficult for the scout to navigate. This one, we're going to flip a meat puppets. The event revealer may investigate. We will definitely investigate. We add our understanding. It's an 11. Move the survivors 1 space towards the monster. We ambush. Cheerio then. Pip pip. We are over here, and we have to set the bone eaters off to the side and do a normal showdown that I'd already set up. So, question for the folks at home that play the game, that are enjoying the game, etc. How do we make encounters more engaging? They are just fine. That's the issue with them. They're just fine. They don't feel like they create enough tension because of how variably their level is. There needs to be something about them that scales with the level. Has to be. Alright. Scout's going to stay down here. Sword guy. And this fucking legend over here. So we want to archive off 0 moods. Or, yeah, I'm actually going to just pretend that I'm not a complete chump. And that I did get a shield proficiency point because she hits on a 2+ and wounds on a 2+, so against the bone eaters. We have several new encounters. We've got about 5 actually coming in campaigns of death. There's all sorts of crazy encounters coming. Ghost bone eaters for Silver City, I think, and then little Oblivion mosquito pupae, all sorts of stuff. I don't know that they have anything in plan for what it's going to look like. I think it'd be great to have some Red Witch Acolyte encounters along the way, because we've already got the models, so it could just be a little fun addition to have some Red Witch Acolyte encounters along the way while they're flashing around. Yeah, my challenge with encounters is that they just don't have enough of a impact, and you don't want them to have too much of an impact. And I think that's the side they erred on, was having no impact at all, because they either come in. What they need to do is come in at specific lantern years, I think, and it needs to be at a random random hunt part when they come in, but they need to come in at specific lantern years, or when they come in, when you flip them, they're scaled for the lantern year you're on and the gear that you should have. Anyway, we're ambushing, so this is going to be fun. Okay, so we've got bandages on her, so we don't need to rush this. We don't need to rush this showdown. So it's our turn. Peppermint's just going to surge and use her action to clear 4 bleeding tokens off boost. And she will then move forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll do her. Scythe chick, she'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She'll stay right there and she'll swing with the scythe. Skits. Peppermint's done. Spend her survival. Very good. So Skits. She's a silk surgeon. She's a legend. Oh, look at her stuff. She is so good. Hitting with the giggling scythe. She hits 3 times, none of which are perfect. But that's okay. I'm not perfect either. Lots of wounds. And super dense. Wound, end or melee attacks not made by spear weapons. Great, so this is the reflex to do because it does nothing to us. Because we are not adjacent to the monster. So if we critical, we do not, but we do a wound. That's a wound. This one, that's a wound. Perform spawn and then full move all spiderlings towards the attacker. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it for her. She will surge actually and swing her scythe into a spiderling. She hits 3 times. She pops a spiderling. And she will now get a free attack on the boss because she is insane. And she hits 1, 2, 3 times with the scythe. So the scythe is glorious. We trap though. Perform spawn, full move the Spider Killies away from the attacker. Place all spiderlings that are currently on the showdown board adjacent to the attacker or as close as possible. And he's speed 14, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All the way out of there. Alexa, can you turn the AC on? Thanks, Alexa. You're the best. And that was it. Do they attack? I don't think they attack, do they? I'm going to check. Oh, the trap's on the bottom. I'm leaving it on the bottom. They do attack. Great. 3 speed, accuracy 4+, hitting on 10s. So the first one, no hits. The second one, no hits. The third one, 1 hit, which goes to the body and also triggers bleed. 1, 2, and the fourth one, no hits. That's it. Sword guy moves to there, swings with the elastic sword, hits once, kills a spiderling. He'll surge. 2 misses. 6 plus. Let me just check that. Skittle's done. She surged. His accuracy 2, but he's actually accuracy 3 because he's got the sword. So that means he hits on 4 3s. So yeah, I think I rolled 2 2s. So he misses. Great. This chick, 1, 2, 3, 4. She'll swing. She misses. She'll surge. She hits. Obliterates a little spiderling. So that's fine. The scout, 1, 2, 3. That's the scout done. And the scout does not have anything to do, so cool. So we'll draw an AI card and we'll reset all of our survivors. The AI card that we draw is Angry Legs. Oh, while this is in play, all spiderlings gain +1 damage. They've also got bleed because of the 10,000 teeth. Oh no, that's all Spidicules attack profiles. Yeah, okay. And now he's going to perform basic action. So the basic action is closest threat in facing in range, the closest survivor in field of view. Well, the closest survivor we know to be this one, but if he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, should not possibly be in range. Now that is all. It's our turn. Oh, he does have to spawn actually at the start of turn. So he'll spawn here and then they'll move. All 3 of them will attack her. 1 hit, she'll dodge. I mean, she doesn't need to, but whatever. And no hits. And the third one, no hits. All right, so we'll attack with the scythe now, which is going to be great because we're in range. And we are hitting on 2s. That's 3 hits. Legs. A failure. And a reflex. Cool, the Spidicules plunges into the ground. We're not adjacent, so that's a 2, so that's a wound. 1 wound. The next one is a failure. That's a 7. We don't fail. That's a wound. And the last one, it's not a failure. Reflex performs spawn. Another little Spidicules appears. We will surge. 3 hits. So that's 1 legs down. 1, 2, 3. So we'll do it in this order because we don't suffer any penalties from this reflex because we're not adjacent. The scythe is legitimately awesome. 8 is a wound, followed by a 2, which is a wound, followed by a 9, which is a wound. So that's 1, 2, 3. We're going to perform spawn and then full move all spiderlings towards the attacker. So spawn will go here. I don't think we can do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll do. Alright, so we just need to get shield proficiency point. So let's get that happening now. And we do still have a surge available on Skittle, because that was just a free one from the scythe during the act. So Skittle's still got a surge. Peppermint's going to dash. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 to, into the here. She'll swing with the shield. 2 is not a hit. I don't think she hits on a 2. So she'll surge. If we look at the shield, yeah, she's going to hit on a 5 because she's in the blind spot. So that's a perfect hit. We do, however, wound on a 2+. So that's a wound. Am I lying there? So again, I'm sure she's got +2 strength from something. Got no longer knocked down. Ignore sympathetic empathy. Yeah, no, this guy's toughness 12. So that's a 2+ to wound. Why is that? He's movement 14, isn't he? Toughness 16? What? He's toughness 12. He's movement 16. It's probably better if he was toughness 16. So that's a wound. Shield proficiency point earned. Okay, so she's done and she's surged. Let's just do this club guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, into the blind spot, swinging. We roll a 6, it's not a perfect hit, but if we roll a 3 or more, we do 3 wounds. We roll a 7, oh sorry, hit location, yep. 1, 2, 3 wounds. We'll surge. We roll a perfect hit, so this wound attempt is doubled. We roll a 1. Ah, it's the legs, we fail. If the attacker's within 2 spaces, they suffer bash and knockback 5. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We suffer bash, so we're knocked down. Needed anything but a 1. That's okay. Sword guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 to there. He will swing with the hyperelastic sword. He rolls 1 hit, which is a wound. So we don't fail. We mark off our sword proficiency point. Yep. And that's cool. And then he will surge. And yeah, he'll swing on a spiderling, I think. Now we'll just go on the boss again. Perfect hit, 1 hit. Does an 8, that's a wound, it's not a critical. That'll go there. This reaction cannot be cancelled. Yep, fine. That's the end of our turn. Everyone stands up. It's the monster's AI card. The birthing hour, the closest threat in range. He does perform spawn too. The closest threat in facing, so it is the scout guy, the sword guy. So sword guy is going to spend a survival to surge to block with his shield. And when I say shield, I mean his sword because it's awesome. Move and attack target. It's a 4-speed attack and it's hitting on 8s and it's 4 damage. 1 9, 2 9s. So we block one of those with our hyperelastic sword. The second one we block with the -1 accuracy token. No hits, so we don't perform spawn. Full move forward, then turn to face the most survivors, then place this card on top of the deck. Okay, so those 2 are knocked down, which does absolutely nothing at this point in time. So that one's going there, that one's going there, and that one's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Okay, so on the side chick, who is evasion 6. Nearly 10s to hit. The first one. No hits. The second one. No hits. The third one. No hits in the fourth one. No hits on the white speaker. No hits. That's the end of that guy. Everyone stands up. Let's do the scout 1, 2, 3. We'll swing with the Grimjaw and see if we can sneakily cheek in a wound. We hit twice, including a perfect hit. 1, there is a reflex, and there is a reflex. Alright, let's see if we can critical that. That'd be good. Oh, have you got a luck, scout guy? You may declare Lucerne. Yeah. We'll declare Lucerne. That's a critical. Gain a survival, the monster gains a -1 toughness token. Lucerne again. Thank you. The spiderlings explode. Remove all spiderlings from the board. Cheers. Thank you. 2 wounds. 1, 2. However, we do get Hunt XP. So we're going to go 1 Hunt XP and 2 Hunt XP. So we're going to gain Age, and we also gain Lucerne's Lantern Secret Fighting Art. And remember, we just want to get this guy up to thingy. Refuel hit locations equal to half your blue affinities. Oh, what a powerful ability. The age roll, it's a 10. Age 2 is +1 permanent strength. Dr. Pepper's done. Everyone's got their proficiency points now, so we'll just go in with the scythe. We'll stay at reach. Swinging. Hit, hit, hit. The scythe is stunning. The scythe is so good. Tricky forelegs. 1 and 1. So we'll do the segmented arms. Yep, so the first one, sharp. So that's a wound on the tricky forelegs. 1. That is a fail to wound, so we won't do anything on that one. And that's a wound. Full move the Spidicles away from all threats, cancel all hits out of range. We will dash and surge. With sword guy? Nah, we won't worry about it. So he's just going to go to the corner down here. We'll just go, do we need silk? No, we don't need any silk. Yeah. So we've got +2 strength and +2 speed with me sword. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put a block up with the shield. That's it. Jumping spiders. When this is in play, spiderlings gain +4 movement. Cool. Perform basic action, spawn a spider. So the spider goes there, the basic action goes here. We have a block, so the basic action, 7, 6, 6, 3. The 7 is a miss because we need an 8, so our block is irrelevant. And our spiderling, he rolls a 10, so we get to block, yes. That means we get +2 accuracy and +2 speed and +2 strength the next time we attack with Blackguard style. So let's do that right now. Let's do Blackguard style on the Spidicles. That's 3 hits. That's 4 hits because we're +2 accuracy. 1, 2, 3. No, it's 3 hits because I just remembered we do have a -1 accuracy token. So wounds, yes, 1, wounds, full move, yeah, we'll do this one. That's a 1, of course we failed to wound that one. And that's a 3, that's a wound. Okay, so this one says reflex. Full move all spiderlings towards the attacker. And he runs away again. We'll just surge and swing on that little spiderling. We hit the spiderling. He dies. We'll move 1, 2, 3 to here. We know it's the trap next, so we'll just try and trigger that with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. And we'll trigger the trap. We do. Perform spawn. Here's a spiderling. Spiderling attacks. It misses 3 times because she is evasion 6. Oof. I am loving this evasion tank situation. The old spiderlings are proving little to no trouble to us in our current form. We will get our free surge. Perfect hit 9 and a 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we're going to get Spider Sisyphus. Cool. We wound. We wound. And as long as we don't fail to wound. No, that's fine. Because we end all attacks. And last one. Surge. 3 hits. 1. Trap! No! There's another spiderling. Come and attack us. First one. Hey, he's going to hit. Little guy. He hits once. Good work. Hits her in the head. 1, 2. Next one. Hits as well. Where does he hit? The body. We'll actually change that using our silk armor to the legs. 1, 2. We might be doomed, so we might not be able to do that, but that's okay. It's the spider's turn. He's literally got 1. We'll just swing with the scythe chick again at the start of his turn when he does basic action. Does a spawn, but 2, 3 hits because she's accuracy 3. This scythe is absolutely unbelievable. 1, 2, 3. Just need to not roll a 1 on our main dice. We instead roll a 9 and we defeat the Spidercules. Well done, team. Well done. So, we are going to try and rescue our scout because we have taken on the timeline. The scout that we're attempting to rescue, their name is something. Violent Crumble. So just don't roll a 1 or a 2, Dano. Hey, it's a 6. Violent Crumble gets a random disorder and is returned to the settlement. Indecision. We gain a silken nervous system. We also have to do Spidicissiphus. So we probably want to roll 5, 6 or 7 here. That would be great. Cheers. All returning survivors gain +1 permanent strength. What we needed was more strength. Ooh. That's good for boost. Okay. We'll complete the showdown. Peppermint is not retiring because she is only gaining 0 because she is ageless. Peanut Brittle achieves age 3. Very nice indeed. We have 31 survivors. I have just gone mental on the Survivor front. I think this has been my most comfortable survival of the fittest settlement. Let's go that one. Cool. Toximeter one. G'day, Crisp278. It's a really great introduction game because what it does, when it tells you when you open the book for the first time, it says, don't worry about all of the toys. You just need to assemble 5 models. One is the White Lion and the 4 starting survivors. There's build guides for those on the website, and they're pretty straightforward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah, so I think just get those guys done, and as you progress through the game, you may decide to assemble some more survivors, or you could just assemble the remaining monsters. The Screaming Antelope and the Butcher would be the next 2 that you will need to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that should get you going. Hope you enjoy the wonderful world of Kingdom Death. It is a crazy world. We gain the Strange Resource, the Silken Nervous System. We also gain a Black Lichen. And we have not gained Scarification, so that's that. All right, we're on to Lantern Year 19, which means we've got a couple of great story events to do. However, before we do that, we will deal with the bane of our existence, which is these guys. 2 of them. Card number 7 and card number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do we get? Oh, Sword Hunter. Oh, Skull Eater. That's 2 bad ones. Alright, if the settlement has the Excalibur gear, the woman dispassionately slays its last wielder and sheathes it on her back. Archive it. No one has actually wielded it, so we bypass that event. She demands the settlement presents its blades. Examining each blade, she samples with a spot of her tongue. Nominate each sword, Twilight Sword, Katana, and Scimitar in the settlement. We haven't built the Toximeter yet. Oh. So, Taste of Victory, bad. Nothing happens. Man, we want to roll a 10 plus. Come on, Dano. Roll a 10, you legend. Let's use the pink dice. Oh, I was about to kick over to a 10. 4, nothing happens. Would have gained the weapon at +2 permanent strength. Great. Sword Hunter. Fun. Nice to see that event. Don't see it often enough. Alexa, turn off the AC. Thanks. Boo. All right. Let's look at the remaining events. We have a visit from Nico, and we have an Acid Storm. Where is this Acid Storm at? There's me Acid Storm. This is the last one. The last Acid Storm that we have to contend with in this settlement. Let's see what we roll on that roll. We roll a Lantern 10. We're too late. We add a scrap to the settlement storage. Boo. Boo, so much boo. We have a visit from Nico. This is a story event in the Red Witch book. And if you're a little bit concerned by moderately attractive cartoon women, I advise you to look away. What a peach. What a peach. Look at what she's doing to him. She's stabbing him, and he's loving it. A visit from Nico. The second witch arrives with a grin. Nominate a survivor with the highest courage to endure Nico's torture. So I think we have 2 people that are courage 9, which is Peanut Brittle. And is that it, is it? Is it just Peanut Brittle? All right, so Peanut Brittle is going to roll on this table. Endure Nico's torture. Oh, we don't want Peanut Brittle to die. That'd be awful. Look at how good she is. She's like one of the best survivors. She's also got an age roll coming up. She should have actually done that already, but let's roll and see what she gets. Oh, she's gonna die. No, we have to lifetime re-roll that. Or do we roll 6 plus undeathable first? We do. Undeathable. So we're not dead. But we will give her a -1 accuracy and a +1 damage token. That seems fun. I'm going to do that, even though she didn't die. Undeathable. Yes. Okay. Was that our last story event? Acid Storm, visit from Nico, Brawl and Nico. Excellent. So we're fighting the level 2 witches in this year. And that is fun. What is this? Escape the Grand Library. Cool. Oh, I haven't read any of these. Okay, Showdown, Brawl and Nico. That's what we'll be facing off against in this Lantern year. Let's look at our survivors that we want to go. And how many things we've got actually. We've got 13 endeavours. Let's put in our storage all of our stuff that we got. Alright, a Sonoglyphagus Fang. Solenoglyphus. Solenoglyphus. Solenoglyphus Fang. We have 2 of those now. A monster hide, a skull, a monster organ, and broken lantern. Yep, so we got these basics. And we got, okay, small appendages, yes. Eyeballs, yes. Stomach, yes. Serrated fangs, yes. Large appendage, yes. Large appendage, yes. Small appendage, yes. Spinnerets, yes. Unlaid eggs, yes. And a venom sac, yes. Well done, us. That's the spidery spider done. We might make a poison partisan, I think. Basics, broken lantern, monster bone, monster hide, skull, 2 monster organs. These 3 will disappear for our innovate. We'll do our innovate first of all. We're flipping 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I reckon we take Korea so we can try and get a Death Touch survivor. Because then we can do something fun with that. Cooking would have been good though. I don't think we need to do anything but Nightmare Train and go for Shield Mastery. Shield and Sword. Yeah? Sword 6. So yeah, Boost's going to do a Nightmare Train. 1, 2, 3. And see if we can get a 8 or a 9. 7, we'll spend a survival and try again. 4, we'll spend a survival and try again. A Lantern 10, he gains a permanent accuracy or strength. We'll take strength. Idiot. We'll Nightmare Train a second time with Peppermint. 1, 2, 3. She rolls a 3, she'll spend a survival. She She rolls a 9, so she gains a shield proficiency point. Let's go. She's not retired, by the way. She doesn't gain Hunt XP because she's ageless. So that's 2 of our 13. 1, 2, 3. We could matchmaker. We're not going to matchmaker. We don't need to do trepanning. We don't need to bloodlet. We can't spider dance. We can't drums to get more. We can't forbidden dance. We can't heart flute. It's just nightmare train. Now let's actually get some partners. That's a good idea. Let's get some partners. All right, so let's look at the B team now, and we'll send out the B team, I think. So Jelly's going out. Violent Crumble's been saved, so Violent Crumble's going to go out. Okay, Georgie's got Hoarder. That doesn't benefit us at all, but she has got Inversion, so we'll take Georgie. Domingo, Propulsion Drive, not that great. Claudine, Scythe, and Shielderang, delightful. Mighty Strike, the Glamorous. Livin' La Vida Loca. Livin' La Vida Loca. Grand Weapon, Grand Weapon. Scythe. And Violent Crumble is our scout. Perfect. All right, Jelly is going to become partners with Georgie. This is a lot of effort to go through, Deno. Partner, Georgie. Georgie's going to become partners with Jelly. So partnership means they get max survival when they arrive at the showdown if their partner is with them. So it's worthwhile. There's just a fair bit of clicking. So that's 1, 2. We'll do another one of those. We can't dance. We will shrine. We will face paint. We'll do those. 1, 2. So we probably just make 3 more sets of partners, I think. Can we scrap smelt, or are we unable to do that as well? We can scrap smelt. All right, so we'll scrap smelt once. 3 plus, that's a 2, we'll try again. That's a 2, we'll try again. That's a 2, we'll try again. That's a 1, we'll try again. That's a 4. So we successfully scrap melt on our 5th attempt. All of that for 1 iron. Great stuff, Deno. 1, 2, 3. Strange. Iron. Let's craft the blacksmith. I'm pretty sure we've got what we need for the blacksmith now. For our last one. So the blacksmith requires... That was amazing. Can roll a 2. 3 scrap and 6 bone. So here is our blacksmith made. The scrap, we have 1 scrap, and then we have spinnerets, I think is scrap as well. Yep, 2, 3 scrap, and then 6 bone. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. 6 bone. All good. Yeah. So we've got a blacksmith. We've got 4 chump survivors going out. I'm going to pack all of this stuff up because we're not hunting any more spiders. We might just see if we can get a I also got a red thread and 2 black resin, which I didn't enter in, I don't think. 1, 2, and a red thread. Cool. We won't be using that this year, but maybe we can. Terrain cards, hit location. I really like the spider. He gets a bad rap, but he's actually not bad. He's not bad. The 2 things that suck about the spider is his hunt event or his intro event catching you out a bit. And then you have to fight him in pairs so you can get people back. Not a big issue. All right, let's look at our survivors that are going out because this set won't work for them. So that's fine. Fun set though. All right, Jelly is going for the bow. She's got leprosy and she's got specialization bow. What is overactive imagination? Brain trauma. Okay, so I think we want to have her with a lucky charm and the Vespertine bow. And I think if we do that, no, we can't have the bow and the whip and all those other things. It doesn't work. All right, so we'll switch over to 1 for leather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll switch away from the silk set because that's not a very, actually that's fine. The silk set can be fine. That set's fine. That set's fine. We don't need the red cloak. So we won't go the sword or the red cloak here. Instead, we will go with so those are going up there. We've got 2 people with clubs, and we got one with a bow and one with a scythe. So where's my Vespertine bow? There you are. Okay, the Vespertine bow probably goes somewhere where we can have a luck with it. So maybe we'll go here. Vespertine bow, luck and luck charm. Boom. Vespertine bow guy, excellent. And that's Jelly, so she's in green. That's a fun set. She is going to be critting on 6s. Nice. All right, so we'll copy that and we'll call that resin archer. And all we're doing is we're shifting this to be the Vespertine bow, which I don't think I've put in here. So we'll just clear that slot and we'll put in a luck charm. Done. So that has 4 evasion, 1 luck. and departs with any survival. No. Great. So she's done. Next person along will be Georgie. She'll be in yellow. And she's attacking with a grand weapon. So this one's going to be the Dome Buster. Dome Buster. Dome Buster. That set straightforward as you like. So Georgie's in yellow. And her loadout is going to be the leather. What do we got here? Side Silk Surgeon, Resin Archer, Evasion Tank. No, I think it's Leather Elastic Shield. And we're just going to change this for a Drydocanthus. And this for the Dome Buster. Dome Buster. It's bad, I know. We're getting 4 survival on departure there. We're not getting 21, we're getting 4. That's no luck bonus, but it is 2 evasion. Great sets. With the elastic shield. Could work Georgie. So we need a chick with a big swinging Dome Buster. There she is. Claudine's got Shielderang with the parent and side spec. So we're going to slide her straight into this. We'll get rid of this because we're not using that anymore. We're instead going with this Silk Side Surgeon. What a great name. And her thing can remain in orange. Let's go Claudine. And good old Livin' Levita will be in red. Ah, Levita. Levita. Oh, she's the glamorous. I want to try out this Holy Sword Whip, so we're going to get her leveled up. She is just going to be in with the Singing Club. What do we got here? Yeah, so we're going to change that slightly. That's going to go here. And we're just going to make that the Curse Hammer. Curse Hammer. And everything else about it can remain the same. We've got the Gladiator Garb to ignore a hit. We definitely want to take some bleeding token removal into this thing. So maybe we'll put that on the Scout. Because the Scout is our Crystal Skin Scout. Yes. So we don't need to put any gear. So we're just going to put rolling gear. Rolling gear? Is that crazy? If we put the 2 Sentry shoulder pads, bandages, and the Scout Lantern, yeah. That's awesome. That is absolutely awesome. And what did I say the other one was? Bandages. Oh, that's a speed 1 Scout. Speed 2 Scout is what it is. So we're going to be useless on bandages. But hey, the Scout's not going to get killed. Not on my watch. bagpipes, man. They're so great. Okay, little scouty. Stay safe. We don't get the ripple bonus, but that's fine. All right. Scout. Excellent. I think that's our survivors ready to roll. So let's set up our showdown board. Okay, so we have 2 toppled pillars and no other terrain. Toppled pillars are 4, 4, 5 and 5. There, 4 down, 3 down, 3 down. Don't have these. Alright, we don't need any more Spidicules. Instead, we just need Nico and Brawl. Brawl Mithra. One, two, three, four. Alright. Scout can go in the middle. We don't have him. Let's have a shoot off, you and I. What do you think about that plan? She's not in this showdown either. So we'll go Dome Buster, Giggling Scythe. I reckon that's it. I reckon we're ready to rumble. We've got some little red witch people ready to come in. All right, we got these as well, so. Dome Busters. All right. If I press this button, yeah, it's not a perfect view, I know, and I apologise. But what we can get is some of these cards on show. So that's cool. Yeah, all right. All right. I love the red witches. They're so cool. Okay, we'll go back over here. So Nico's card, we're going to go up here. And then we're going to put her life card as well. So Nico's life is there. We're going to do her activation card here. Brawl's card is also going to go up there. Brawl. I'm going to put Brawl's life up there. Which is there. She doesn't have boiling blood in this fight. Blood Fountain will stay close by, as no doubt we will need it. We'll place her activation card there. And Discouraging Presence at level 2 is in play. Yes. Alright, so I'll put that there as well. I'm so excited. Nico has Witching Cloak, so that one goes there. As well as the Red Initiates, which are going to be here. And she's got Hollow Heart as her survivor status that she may need as well. Good. Alright, so Nico's AI deck is pretty much full. There's her trap. There's her other cards. Alright. So we'll put Nico's cards here. That's her hit location. We'll put that one here. And her AI deck is 642, so that's 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Excellent. So we'll shuffle that. And that's here. Brawl's AI deck and hit location deck. So her AI cards, she should have 732, also 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So she's all good. Hers will have to be slightly out of screen. And that's her hit location deck. So we can see the two hit location decks when we draw from them and her card. Who's excited? I am frothing this showdown. I am frothing this showdown so much right now. Red Witches are stunning. All right, two toppled pillars, done. Place Brawl and Nico in their respect, done. Place survives anywhere in the blue space is done. Include Brawl's hit locations in the deck, I did that. Survives are defending their home, we go first. Brawl's life 10, Nico's life 8. So Brawl's life will be in yellow and it will be 10. Nico's life will be green and it will be 8. Let's just admire the artwork with this here. Wonderful. So reflexive shooter. We want to try and get this on our bow proficiency person, which is Jelly the Resin Archer with the Vespertine bow. Let's depart, but before we do, we are going to roll our face painting roll. So departing survivors gain a bonus 2 survival and 1 insanity. And let's do our shrine roll. That's a 1, so departing survivors gain an additional insanity. Let's depart. Now when we arrive at the showdown, Georgie and Jelly will go to max survival because they are partners with each other. And that's all. So we have plenty of survival. We've got bonus survival from departing for here. We've got bonus survival departing for here. So yes, we basically maxed out everyone, which is good. So discouraging presence, survivors was Brawl also had the boiling blood every fight. So imagine that showdown, this showdown with boiling blood. I'm not going to go that far. We're instead just going to go that they are immune to multi-wounds. And when you kill one, if you don't kill the other one in the same turn, the chick comes back with 5 life. So we're gonna try and rush down slowly, as it were. All right, so let's start, and we're going to start with Jelly. So she's got hyperactive, so she does have to move. And she's got bow spec, so that's great. So with her Vespertine bow, she's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And she's going to shoot at Brawl with her bow. She is accuracy 2. The Vespertine bow hits on a 6, so she's going to hit on 4s. And because she's got bow specialization, she can re-roll a missed hit. And she rolls 3 hits, including a perfect hit. So The first hit location is that one, the second hit location is that one, and the third hit location is a smirking departure. All right, so we'll definitely do this reflex first. All survivors Brawl collides with. What speed is she? She's speed 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's not going to be bad for us if she does that. However, full move Brawl through the attacker. Perfect. Okay. So she's going to reflex through us, so we're fine with that. However, if we knock her down, then that'd be great. So we just need a 6. Hey, sit down, Brawl. That's a 9. So first weapon proficiency point on the bow. Earned. Leprosy. Arena brain trauma. No. Nothing. Okay, excellent. So she's knocked down, which means the rest of these reactions are ignored. However, the third one is not a reaction. It is just a thing that happens. And we also have +4 toughness until the end of this attack with no critical hit location. So 4 toughness takes Brawl to toughness 15. And the Vespertine bow is strength 1 plus the 4 strength is 5. So we need to roll a 10 to actually do this wound. And we fail, but we ignore the failure reaction because of that. This one is impervious. That's not a reaction, so she still does this. Performs Witching Cloak. Witching Cloak, swap the Red Witch with another random Red Witch. So these two are swapping. Brawl is still knocked down, of course, because it's not indomitable, so she doesn't stand automatically at the end of the attack. So Nico is going to perform a shot on our impervious jelly chick. So Nico's basic action looks like this. Yeah. 4 speed at range 4. We're currently in range 4, so we don't need to move with Nico. Hitting on a 3+, that's going to go to an 8+. And we do not have an accuracy token yet. So, because we're not at the end of our act. So we're not going to be able to archive this. And we haven't got a block up. So 2 hits we can't dodge because it's in the middle of our attack. And these 2 hits are going to be 3 damage apiece. However, we have leprosy, so that goes down to 2 damage apiece. Waist and body. 1, 2. 1, 2. Great work from leprosy. We do lose 2 survival though. 1, 2. Okay. So I reckon we surge now with Jelly onto Nico. Surge, and then that'll be the end of her act. So she is not knocked down yet, so we'll just do her shot. That's an 8, 1 and a 3. She can re-roll the 1 and the 3 thanks to thingy. So that's 3 hits, including a perfect hit, but she doesn't have a grand weapon in her gear grid, so barbed doesn't benefit us. So we will go over here and we will flip 1 parry location, 2 parry location, and 3 a reflex. 3 damage to the arms, fires a neutralizing shot, perform basic action, Nico swaps with Brawl, if able. Alright, so because this parry location, yeah, nice. These are great. This is great. We probably do want to erase all of our understanding, actually. Oh yes, we're critting on a 5. That's a 1. We can't do anything about that. So Nico's just going to perform basic action, targeting us. Same deal as before. Miss, miss, miss. And is a 7 a hit, or does it need 8? We are evasion 5. And her basic action hits on a 3, so we needed 8, so that's 4 misses. Nico does not show us how it's done. Nico is a chump. This one, that's a critical. So we may either gain 1 understanding or erase all of our understanding. We'll actually erase all of our understanding. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a real treat to be able to do that, and it's hard to explain why, but it's just so good. And so she is down to 7 wounds. And then this one, we can critical again. And indeed we do. Gain a perfect hide. That's a basic resource. Nice. Thanks, Nico. She's down to 6 wounds. So that's our first person done. The bow looks glorious. We don't have to put out any red initiates as yet, so that's fine. Let's go over here. So this is the person with the curse hammer. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to swing with the curse hammer. So this is Vida. So Vida has Mighty Strike and Grand Weapon Specialization. So she will hit Brawl thanks to the... Oh, we need to depart, don't we? Why isn't there a little sword thing? Where? Where's the sword? Doesn't have their stats in. Cool. Hitting on a 7 normally goes to 6, 5 thanks to the accuracy, going to 4 thanks to the Grand Weapon Specialization. So that's a perfect hit. So we gain +2 strength until the end of the attack. This weapon is strength 12. So Brawl... Oh, it's the trap. Okay, all survivors are doomed. Adjacent hearing survivors suffer knockback 5 and 3 brain damage. Knockback 5 and 3 brain damage. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into her. Also knocked down. Knocked down. We can't stand her up with anyone else. She's just copping that. Brawl heals for 1, so she's back up to 8, 10, sorry. And Brawl is placed adjacent to the attacker facing them. What a chump. What a chump. Brawl, you suck. You absolutely suck. And I hate you. Alright. So we will move on to the singing scythe person's act. So her act is done. So Claudine is going to spend a survival to stand up the Curse Hammer chick. So the Curse Hammer chick stands up. She's there. And we will now swing with the scythe. And that's 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. The scythe is my new favourite weapon that I've ever crafted in this game. So we get 1, 2, 3. There's a first strike. Brawl is going to perform Witching Cloak. That sucks. If adjacent to the attacker, we are not adjacent to the attacker because of that scythe. What a legend. We wound. And then Brawl performs a Witching Cloak. Alright. And so the person she swapped with, Nico, is going to shoot the attacker. Guess what? We're evasion 6. We're not evasion 6 because we don't have Silk Surgeon. We're only evasion 4. That's still okay. That's still okay. So she needs 7s. So 1, 2, 3 hits. 1, 2, 3 hits. 2 on the waist. we'll convert that to the head. So 1, 2, 3. And we lose 2 survival from our basic action. And we can do that thanks to Silk Armor. And 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool. It's a great fight. I love this fight. Braille suffered a wound, so she is down to 9. Let's go with here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll swing with the Dome Buster on Braille. So we hit. It's not a perfect hit. Claudine's done her turn. She doesn't have Insanity 42. That's just silly stuff. She's got 6. So yes, so Braille's Super Dense Reflex. The Blitz Zone. That's fine. That's a wound. It's not a critical, but it is a wound. Now normally that would be a double wound, but we're going to play it as if it is not a double wound because of Surpass. So that is just a wound, and then she's going to reflex. We're suffering bash and 3 damage to 2 hit locations, the body and the head. 3 damage, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And she's going to move to here, and we are knocked down. That's okay. I think we have Fist and Tooth proficiency, so we're going to stand up. We will swing with our Curse Hammer onto her using a Surge. And that's on Vida. Curse Hammer. That's 2 perfect hits. So on a perfect hit with the club, we knock her, we do double damage. Nice. So there's a reflex, and there is meteorical lap. Okay. That's fine. So we just need a critical, which she can crit pretty easily. That's a critical. Oh, rolled it off to the side, but we're taking it. The attacker gains, that was the one we needed a critical on. Braille's knocked down, so we're going to take that one. So that's 7 wounds. And then this one, it's not a critical, but it is a wound, so she's down to 6 wounds, and she is still knocked down. We will dash and surge with the scythe on Braille, I reckon. Actually, let's just surge on Nico with the scythe. And this is our 3 hits last attack, I think. 1, 2, 3, impervious. This is exciting. So if we can critical here, which is admittedly not the easiest thing to do because we have no bonus luck, we will get all 3 criticals. This is a reflex. We gain a -1 evasion token, so we don't like that. But if we do this parry first, then we're going to critically hit all of these locations. We're going to spend a survival to try and roll an 8 for a crit. A 9 will do fine. So critical. She gains a -1 evasion token. We can spend a survival to gain a permanent evasion. And adjacent survivor. So that has to be Vida. So Vida will spend a survival to gain a permanent evasion. Well done, Vida. Because the Giggling Scythe automatically criticals all remaining hit locations. She goes from 6 to 4. So that is criticaled. This one is also criticaled. Remove all tokens from Nico. Fine. And that's it. And this one doesn't do anything, but we gain a single red thread. Seems okay. Maybe we will make a second black and red set and start doing some jumping around. That could be sick. All right, that's the end of our turn. The scout hasn't gone yet. Do we want to stand the scout up? The scout's just, no, the scout's doing nothing. Okay, so we have got dodges up our sleeve, but that's it. We're all done. 4 and 6. Good first turn, actually. I'm happy with that. So let's go over here, and we're going to flip the first card, which is Braal's AI card, and it is Meteoric Hook, the closest threat in range. So that is our chick with the Curse Hammer. Did she wound? Yeah, so we'll give her 2 minus strength tokens. I don't think that matters, but just in case. All right. So this is 4 speed from Braal. She doesn't have bonus tokens in this one, no. 4 speed, hitting on 4s, that goes to 7s, and we have a dodge available. So that's 2 hits. One of those hits we ignore from the singing cap, and the other one we will dodge. So that's going to be no hits from Braal. Cool, so Nico is going to flip hers. Hiya. It's a legendary! Man with the golden back. The survivor closest to Nico, it is the same survivor, gains a bleeding token. If they survive the hemorrhage and have 3 understanding, they hear man with the golden back. Get excited. I don't know what that is, but we're doing it. So this is Vita. She's hearing the man with the golden back. I haven't done this before. It's not Princess and the Dragon. The man with the golden back. Let's read it together. There was a radiant entity, formless but impossibly vain. It raised a golden city as a mirror to its magnificence. Grotesque denizens moved in throngs, performing unique acts of worship embodying its aspects. White-hot wombs bore its manifestations. Nursemaids ripe with molten gold milk scorched each manifestation clean of ego. Empty vessels devoid of will toiled in every corner of the golden city, solely to elevate its creator. Once, an imperfect infant was forged in the lion-faced womb. Its screaming mouth did not latch properly onto the wet nurse's molten teat. It barely drank, only enough to sustain, but not enough to grow monstrously strong. Not enough to erase its identity. The child grew without purpose, its days spent in abject horror. Around every dazzling corner, lumpen horrors and gleaming monuments moved in mindless concert. The churning city echoed with the child's fearful cries. Unable to join the intricate machine, the boy grew up in the shadows of radiance. He watched the city fill and empty in countless cycles, shining beings marching the wide, gleaming avenues torn down to nothing by the entity's caprice. Rebuilt anew in the pursuit of vanity. The child grew with disgust. He climbed over a gleaming tower to curse the bustling city with contempt. Finally, he could think of nothing else but to depart, golden light gleaming on his back as he turned away from the darkness. This is sick. Nico falls silent. You feel the story. So, what I can tell you about that is I know a little bit about it, and I'll shout out to Fen right now. So Fen's a champion with a Patreon where he does Kingdom Death updates, deep dives, videos. Absolute superstar of the game. Huge inspiration of mine. They did a great section on deep diving on monsters, and they also do a deep dive into lore. And there was a recent YouTube episode where they did a full session on the Manhunter and talked about the Golden City, and I was frothing it. And this is so sick to read, knowing sort of that stuff about the Golden City. So I love the insight into the world. Nothing's spelled out for you. Nothing's, you know, written out. You have to interpret and, you know, feel what's happening in all of these little moments, which is so great. So a 1, 2, or a 3 would be bad because we gain apathetic. 4, 5, 6, 7 gives us metal more, which isn't that great, but an 8+ will indeed give us Story of the Forged, and that is what we want to see. Come on, Deno. Come on, Deno. Oh, it's a 6. We gain metal more and a shattered jaw. Fortunately, we have a dried acanthus, so we will archive the dried acanthus and not suffer that. Instead, we will just gain metal more. That's fine. However, because I am right here, right now, I'm going to look up Story of the Forged and see what it does. Secret Fighting Art, Story of the Forged. So don't read this if you don't want to know. That would be awesome. Oh, that'd be awesome. Okay. That's Nico and Braille's turn over. So it's our turn. Everyone stands up thanks to Fist and Tooth proficiency, and that is glorious. All right, so we need to get Braille down, and the best person to do that is the archer. Probably not the archer, actually. Maybe the curse hammer chick. Yeah, we'll do curse hammer chick. So she'll swing with the curse hammer twice. She hits once. It's not a perfect hit. We drop a super dense, very nice. So she is gaining extra toughness. However, as you can see, our curse hammer is still wounding her on a 2+. So as long as we don't fail. So Braille goes down to 5. Our curse hammer gets another -1 strength token, which means we're down to strength 9, plus our 2 is 11. Braille is toughness 11. So we're still 2 pluses, even when she gets +4. No, when she gets +4 toughness, we're not. So we'll move 1, 2, 3, 4 into the blind spot of Nico, and we'll swing with the curse hammer again. That's 1 hit. On Nico, it is Mesmeric Shoulders. Lose 2 survival. All right. Vita has to surge as well. 1 plus the 2 survival that we lose. And if we do a wound, there's a cruel rain zone. Going to turn to face us. So that's a wound. Actually, we should check that. She is base toughness, what? 13. So we're -3 strength, so we're 9, 11 plus 7, 18. Okay, great. So that's a wound. This one's a weird one. It says Nico moves 3 spaces away from the attacker, but it doesn't say directly away. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do that shot thing. So it's just going to hit her, which is 3 damage and lose 2 survival. The 3 damage will go to the boots. 1, 2, 3, and she'll lose 2 survival. So she's probably done now because her curse hammer is about done, because she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, -4 strength tokens from the 4 wounds that she's done. Yeah, cool. So she's down to 3 wounds from that. Okay, Braille, the scout. We just want to get the heck out of there. 1, 2, 1, 2 speed. Good one. Let's do the scythe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We actually don't need to be there, so let's go there instead and swing with the scythe. 3 glorious hits on Braille. 1, 2, 3. So that's a first strike, so we have to do that one first. Remember, if we critical, we gain all of them criticals. So her toughness is now 15 for the remainder of this attack. Claudine is hitting with the Giggling Scythe at strength 10. So we need to roll 5 in total. And if we roll a 10, we critical all hit locations. So we don't roll a 10, but we do a 5. So that is a wound. So she's down to 4. This one we do need to critical. We fail, so there's a reflex, full move away from the attacker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She's down here. These little guys aren't on the field. Okay, so what we're going to do with the scythe chick is she's going to dash, and she's going to set herself up to hopefully finish Nico off. She's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She is in range there because of the reach of the Giggling Scythe. Let's do the bow. 1, 2, 3. And we'll shoot with the bow on Nico. Claudine's act is over. The scout's act is over. It's relevant to remember that. So she's shooting with the Vespertine bow. She's rolling 3 speed. She re-rolls those 2 1s. The 4 does hit. So that's 2 hits. A reflex and... Oh, okay. Full move Braille through the attacker. Reflex if Braille is adjacent. So we're not going to do that because we're not adjacent. So we critical on 6s. So that's a fail to wound and fail to crit. But we're not adjacent, so we don't do anything with that. That's a critical. All hearing survivors gain 3 survival. That's wonderful stuff. Braille's down to 3. Okay. See, now we get into a really interesting thing. I have probably got enough damage left to do... Alright, we're going to try for the surge with the scythe on Nico. And if we critical, remember on a 6+ we shuffle the hit location deck, so I don't think we've criticaled at a time when it's been relevant. So that's 2 hits, that's perfect. We don't want to kill her. As long as we don't trap. 1. Oh, okay. Is that a first strike? It is a first strike. It's a reflex. Alright. Well, we can't do anything about that arresting departure. And we can't do that thing. So we do a wound. So she is down to 2 wounds. We don't critical. She's going to reflex. We lose 2 survival on the scout. 1, 2. I'm pretty sure we didn't pay for our surge, so we'll pay for that. Surge, done. She's had her turn. She still has a surge. So we are going to swap now. 1, 2. And Braille's going to perform basic action on her. So Braille's basic action is as follows. 4 speed, it's hitting on 8s, and it's going to bash her. Okay, 3 hits, seems fine. Body, waist, hands. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Great. So that is the end of the basic action. So those go away. We didn't critical. Okay, so we're going to go in with Georgie. She's going to dash. She's going to run into Braille over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And we'll swing with the Dome Buster. The Dome Buster hits on a 7. It's a super dense. Perform basic action targeting the attacker if we are successful. We roll 7, so we are successful. That would normally be 3 wounds. We would kill Braille. However, we're only doing singular wounds. Thanks to that. Perform basic action targeting the attacker. So her basic action we know because it's right here. 4 speed. She is 4 evasion, so this is hitting on 8s. That's no hits. We will surge one more time with Georgie. So when I say one more time. She's only 1 speed, so this is a good weapon to have in this attack. She rolls a perfect hit. Because it is a club, she will double the wound attempt roll on this. And she also, if she critically wounds, will knock her down. So there's a super dense with no critical hit location. Place her adjacent to the attacker on top of many other survivors as possible. Well, that's interesting. The attacker suffers bash and 5 damage to a random hit location. Sure. Wounding on a anything. So that's a wound. So Braille's at 1 and Nico is at 2. So we do have to do that reflex. We're going to dash with Claudine. Actually, we don't need to dash. Literally all that happens with that. It's going to go here. We're going to get knocked back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then at the start of our next turn, we get to stand up automatically. We suffer 5 damage on Georgie to a random hit location. It's the body. And we suffer bash. So we're rolling a severe injury roll on Georgie. 1, 2. Don't die, Georgie, you sweet body. That's a 9. Good on you, George. Georgie rolls a 9 on the body and suffers a collapsed lung. She gains a bleeding token and a -1 movement token. That's the end of our turn, except we are going to spend a single surge on Jelly using the Vespertine bow with a single shot. So we hit on a 7. It's not the trap, but there isn't a critical wound location, so we need to roll very well for this. We lose 2 survival. We rolled 2. Damn. So that would have taken them both down to 1 wound, because Braille's now at 1 wound, and would have made our next turn pretty straightforward. Okay, that's it. So we have all of our dodges still available. So let's flip Braille's AI card, and she flips a Bone Crunch Punch. Closest threat in range. So it is going to be Georgie again. Suffer bash and knockback 6. Archive all frail and fragile gear in your gear grid. What about that? Oh, Georgie, sorry, by the way, you've actually got a dried acanthus, so you don't suffer a bleeding token and a thing. That's a shame. Cool. All right, so this is a 4-speed attack hitting on 8s. So it's 2 hits. We will dodge 1. Let's see where they go. The waist and the hands, and they're only 2 damage apiece. Bash and knockback 6. We're immune to bash. We have no frail. We have no fragile. So that's literally just a knockback 6 for us. Yeah. Waist. Yep. Cool. Cool, man. Thanks, Braille. That was nice of you to punch us like that. Why you gotta be so rude? Oh my god, she's done her second legendary. She's literally done 2 cards and both have been legendary. She's only got 2 in the deck. It's Keen! Oh my god. Oh no. Arrow of Deadly Revelation. Move into range and attack target. So we can attack Georgie here. We can't attack Jelly. Wonderful. We can attack Claudine. Actually, I've done really well bringing survivors all with -4 here. So we're going to attack Vita. And the reason we're going to do that is she has the Gladiator Garb, which allows her to ignore a hit to gain a bleeding token. So she can hit on a 2+, maybe she'll roll a 1. She rolls a perfect hit. We'll gain a bleeding token to ignore that hit. We would have suffered 4 damage to every hit location. If the target dies, Nico suffers -4 accuracy till the end of the round. Immediately performs this card again. She could just be like, pew, 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 pew. Oh, that's glorious. How good is this game? Okay, 3 wounds to do, and we want to also kill one of those little chumps. Yep. Alright, so let's go with the Dome Buster on to Brawl. So we need a hit. That is a 2, and it is a hit, I believe, with the Dome Buster. When we move into the blind spot, it is anyway. Yep. No, it's a hit anyway, because we get +1 accuracy when we hit with grand weapons. So that's fine. It's the trap. You chump. You absolute chump. All right, so she heals 1, 2. Adjacent hearing survivors. We gained Blood Fountain before, but I think we knocked her out of the way anyway. Adjacent hearing survivors suffer knockback 5 and 3 brain damage. Place Brawl adjacent to the attacker facing them. So they're knocked down. She's knocked down. So we're going to do her there like that. So she suffers 1, 2, 3 brain damage. And she gains Blood Fountain, which means she can't do anything. That's okay. When Brawl would draw an AI, she instead gains a bleeding token. When you're no longer adjacent to Brawl, flip this card and perform Combo Crush. Yep, I forgot to do that before, when I did her trap before. So what does Combo Crush do? Gain 3 understanding, lose 2 survival, or gain 3 damage to 2 hit locations. Yeah, I think that's fine. I think it'll be okay. All right, so she's got this card, but that's fine. We're going to kill her before that becomes relevant. Let's Vespertine Bow into Nico and not move. 3 hits. 1 trap as well, very good. We get that out of the way. All survivors within 3 spaces of Nico are knocked down and lose 2 survival. No. Place the survivor 4 spaces away, as far from all other survivors as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. She turns to face the attacker and fires an arrow. The attacker suffers 5 damage to the body hit location and gains the Hollow Heart, but we ignore Hollow Heart. So she only suffers 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is because she is leprosy. She has leprosy. Cool. All right. So note number 2, bows, very good against this particular class of villain. Okay, we'll surge again with her. We want to try and take this out this turn. So we re-roll that 1 into a 6. That's 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. So the Witching Cloak is a first strike. So it's a reflex. So that's bad for us. We need to roll high. That's critical, but doesn't matter. A figure emerges from Nico's cloak. Add a red minion adjacent to the attacker. All right, we've got some red minions ready to go. Nico's down to 1 wound. Then perform Witching Cloak. So Brawl is going to swap with her. Brawl swap with Nico. So the combo crush means that we're going to lose 2 survival. Jelly's done. She's had a surge. And combo crush, she's going to lose 2 survival. Boom. All right. So swapping places to here. She's got 1 wound left, yep. Cool. Now she is knocked down, but we can stand her up during someone's act. So we'll do that. So Brawl's going to do a basic action. She's going to go to here. She's going to swing 4 speed. We are evasion 4, so she's hitting on 4s, goes to 8s. So that's 1 hit on, sorry. No, she's evasion 4, 5, so that's no hits. Very good. Oh, this is great. Okay, so we desperately want to get some red thread now. So let's send this chick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 using a dash. Let's go Veeds. Let's swing on the red initiate, who is how many toughness? The red initiate is toughness 13. All right, so we're swinging on the red initiate. That's 2 hits, including a perfect hit. It's a club, so we double the first wound roll. That's a 4, so that's dead. We remove a bleeding token from Vita, and we gain a red thread. It's happening. It's happening. So that's another red thread. Then we're going to surge onto Brawl. Actually, we're not going to surge just yet. We're going to spend a survival to encourage to stand her up. So she's done. She's had a turn and she's dashed, but hasn't surged. So let's do Claudine. So she's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She's in range because she has reach 2. She's going to swing with the jiggling scythe. She hits 1, 2, 2 times. That's all we need. We just need 2, Dano. Not the trap. Not the trap. All right, that's a reflex, but that other one does not have a reflex. So she's toughness 15, but this weapon is still wounding on 5. And if we critical, we gain the Speaker Cult Knife, which seems fine. We do critical, but it doesn't matter because we don't want the Speaker Cult Knife. So that's 1 wound. So as long as we roll over 4 or something on this roll, Brawl is defeated. We do. So Brawl is defeated. And when she is defeated, add a red initiate to the minion. This is a swap. What does that mean? Okay, that's all fine. So what we're doing now is this is a red minion, and we have a surge now left with this hammer, curse hammer. 5's a hit, 2 plus to wound. That's a wound, so that's another red thread. Three red thread. I'm enjoying this showdown a lot. All right, so we've got 1 chance to do 1 wound to Nico, technically the side could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and get in there as well. So, but we're going to swing with the Dome Buster. We hit on a 2+ because it's a grand weapon. So this is a surge from Georgie. So it's not during her act. Everyone's done wounds, so I'll just mark proficiency for what it's worth. Bow, yes. Grand weapon, yes. Claudine, scythe, yes. Vida, grand weapon, yes. All right. As long as this is not the trap and it is a woundable location. Oh, it's a woundable location. Come on. We do have to lose 2 survival on Georgie. Georgie is wounding on a 2+ with the Dome Buster. So just don't roll a 1, Deno. And we win the showdown. Yeah. Yo! Yeah, so I'm going to recommend to anyone that's playing this game that is moderately experienced. Oh, the bow person, yes, we need to abort mission. Abort mission, we need the bow chick. No, I did it in the wrong order. What is it? Is it worth change trying to hold on for another turn? It's probably not. The reflexive shooter. Ignore cumbersome on bows and their gear grid, reduce their range by 2. Damn. Ah well. That's fine. Georgie gains reflexive shooter. So good. Yeah, ignoring cumbersome on bows in your gear grid is absolutely ridiculous. Like for an archer, the Vespertine bow already ignores cumbersome, by the way. No, Scarabos, you're outstanding, mate. Well done. What a sensational showdown. Unfortunately, we have to archive the perfect hide that we got because we have a chick with Hoarder, but we're going to keep 3 red threads. So if you archive a thing during the showdown with Hoarder, Georgie, you gain a courage, which means you are prepared. No, sorry, you analyse, aren't you? Stalwart, I should say. And she rolls a Lantern 10 on Stalwart. Bold. Showdown phase. Gain a permanent speed. Georgie, calm down here. You could be on. You could be on. Look out. Oh. All right, so if we go here, add 2 red thread, and we add blood weaving. Each victorious survivor rolls a dice, and on a 6+, they gain Thrill Seeker. So, Jelly, that's not a Thrill Seeker. Next chick, she is also not a Thrill Seeker. Claudine, she is a Thrill Seeker. Good on you, Claudine. Live in La Vida Loca, she's not a Thrill Seeker. And our Scout, what a Thrill Seeker the Scout is. Cross arm blocking, thrill seeking like it's going out of fashion. Cool. And then if we have bloodletting, which we do, the survivors are inspired by Nico's bloodthirst. Any survivor that endeavours at bloodletting also gains a permanent evasion. We could have literally 10 survivors in a go to bloodletting and just clean up. That could be fine. That could be a fine use of our entire thing. How good. Complete the showdown, 1 hunt XP, weapon proficiencies all round. Return and advance the year. Man, I love that fight. That is so great. So we're going to add 5 red threads to our storage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means we might even have a full black and red set anyway. All right, let's do several of our things. So the first thing we're going to do is our settlement event. All right, so this pile, we're going to roll a 10, and the next pile, we're going to roll an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8. All right, we have Gathering Emissions and Skull Eater. I've drawn Skull Eater like 5 times. We'll do Gathering Emissions. We roll a 2. The intensifying emissions cause a suffocating cloud. The survivors turn on the least hygienic members of the hunting party. Stinking returning survivors suffer a random severe injury. No, thank you. I'll be re-rolling that with my lifetime re-roll. Thank you very much. Into a 5. Do we have ammonia? Yes. All survivors with a proctophilia are stirred. Returning survivors are poisoned and must skip the next hunt. Fine. That's absolutely fine. Skipping the next hunt. Skipping the next hunt. Skipping the next hunt. Skipping the next hunt. No worries. No worries at all. Gathering emissions, done. So we have a story event which is called Perfect Punt. And then we have another story event called Red Witch Trials. So Nico's not happy with this. Let's do Nico's one first. So this is a great event. So basically, if you have the pariah in your campaign, he comes along and says, these guys coming looking at it. They're looking for the pariah. We roll 1d10 and we add 2 to the result for each white speaker murdered by the pariah. This is the number of trials the settlement must endure. So this is we want to roll low. One of my very fortunate things is I never roll low. 7. So 7 survivors have to do the trial. Nominate a random survivor to stand accused. Oh, we have to confess. If they have learned a dark secret, they are stained by the unmistakable. Oh. Lose endeavours in a race resources equal to the remaining number of trials. And by the way, yeah, if you have this, if you have Seer's Eye, it's game over. This is so great. This is so great. Okay, so we've got 7 trials to do. So I'm going to mark a 7 here. This is how many trials we need to do. So we have to determine a random survivor. So we're just going to roll. I've got 31 survivors. Candy is included in that. So we're going to divide them into 4. So 32, but there'll be 7 in the last group. So 1, 2 is the first 8, and so on and so forth. All right, so of course we roll a 10. Try again, Deno. We roll another 10. Try again, Deno. We roll a 4. Okay, so it's the second group of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we're starting with, hang on, I'll do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so we're starting with lemon, lime, and bitters, and we're going to roll 1 to 8. So we roll an 8. So lemon, lime, and bitters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Powerade has been nominated for the trial. Powerade has not got codependent and has not learned a dark secret. So Powerade is about to suffer the trial. So the first trial that Powerade suffers is a hand. So the accused suffers the hamstring severe leg injury. Ah, hamstrung. Okay. If there are any trials left, the accused survivor must continue. So we've got 6. We're going to get attacked again. Come on! It's the body! Oh, an elaborate Braille binds the accused to her own body. Blood-specked spittle showers the accused as she shouts incoherent questions. An elaborate pose and flexion follows every query, twisting the accused into unlikely configurations. How good is that? We suffer broken hip and gain hyperalgesia. No! Broken hip and hyperalgesia. No. So we're down to 5 trials. So we'll suffer another trial. I'll never confess. Dead. good. Confirm. Okay, so now, this is so great. So, yeah, it was 765, so we're down to 4. Okay, so now there's a new trial. We have to nominate another random survivor. So now there's 30 survivors in the settlement, so we can just go 1, 2, 3 is the first 10. And so we roll a lantern 10 again into a 6. So it's the second 10, so let's count down again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the first person is Dr. Pepper, and we will roll a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's Eileen. Oh no, don't do what the song says. Eileen's been hit in the leg. She suffers a hamstring severe injury. No, Eileen. We'll try again. She rolls the waist. Oh, so we're down to 3. And now we're down to 2. She suffers broken hip and hyperalgesia. So does she confess at this point? Lose endeavours and erase resources from the settlement storage equal to the number of trials. Yeah, she is. She has hamstrung and she's now got a broken hip, so she is leaning for sure. Just don't come on her. All right, I think we just take one more trial. No, let's just let her die. That's fine. So she'll confess. I confess. Don't hurt me. Braille punches you into the darkness. Do not gain the benefits of your settlement's death principle. The witches cleanse the settlement, lose endeavours and erase resources from the settlement storage equal to the remaining number of trials. So she's going to die. We don't gain the benefits of our principle. And we lose 2 endeavours. And we lose 2 resources. However will we cope? Yeah, it'll be a Crimson Gland, fine. And some Spidicules resources. Arachnid hardened eyeballs. Yeah, done. The Red Witch trials are great. I love them. That's a great story event. And again, it really adds to the story of what's happening in this game. Why the Red Witches are chasing the pariah, I can't tell you. We can only speculate. What did he do? Well, we know he stole something from him. Perfect punt. All right, we may archive up to 4 founding stones. We have 1, and we are going to roll 1d10 and add 1 to our roll. We didn't gain any construction points because we are not a thingy settlement. We roll a 9, so we get a 10. How good's that? A modest construction. Departing survivors gain +1 strength token and survival up to the settlement's survival limit. Pretty fun. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, anyone can endeavour at... yeah, we're fighting the Gambler this year, by the way, which is awesome. Showdown Gambler. I call him Gambler. Can we get a full black and red set? Can we get a second black and red set? That would be so great. I think we don't have enough black resin. Do we? We've got 8. All right, so if we spend 1 of our endeavours to Sanguine Extrude, if we spend 1 to Innovate, we spend 1 for Shrine and 1 for Face Painting, then we probably spend the rest on trying to gain more evasion. So let's look at that now. Man, that's such a good showdown. Oh, well, let me caveat that. It's such a good showdown with those changes. It's like the best. It's so challenging and it feels like exactly how they should feel. Yeah, so if we Sanguine Extrude, let's do our Innovation really quickly. We need to spend the 3 resources, but we're going to get Scarification, Memento Mori, Cooking, or more. We'll take cooking. Hang on. With scarification, suffer the blind, gain the tough fighting art, gain a permanent luck, suffer destroyed genitals, -1 permanent movement. Once per lifetime. Gain a courage. No, we'll take cooking. We have got so many endeavours. All right, so here's the thing about this showdown. I can't remember if this guy, if this guy is absolutely requiring that we take high roller to beat him. I know that if you take high roller, it's easier. I don't think you need it to beat him. But there is a possibility that without high roller we can't kill him. And if that is the case, then the campaign will end in glorious defeat. Yeah. I am really not sure. I can't remember. So we'll find out soon. Because we can't take knowledges because we're using non-arc survivors. Let's look at our sanguine extrusion and see if we can actually make another set. So the cuirass requires leather. That's fine. So let's spend an endeavour to make leather. And I think we spend an endeavour to make silk because we can get silk which turns into leather. So yeah, hide, organ, plus a bone. There's the bone. And then 1, 2, 3 will be for the leather. 1, 2, 3. So let's have a look at this now. A second black and red set would be really interesting because then we can transpose and that could be quite fun. And that's where you teleport around like those clowns do. Okay, let's have a look. So the tonlet requires, do we have any other scrap? We don't have any other scrap. Okay, we can get a broken lantern. Let's look at the greaves. Thread, we change that bone to a black lichen and we craft the greaves. The gauntlets require 2 black resin and that, so we craft that, that's easy. The cuirass, leather, red thread, fine. The helmet. Why can't we require the helmet? We're out of elastomer, aren't we? Are we out of elastomer? I thought we had more. 1 black resin. Okay, well, that's still good. That's still good. So, ooh, this is going to be fun. I'm excited. Red cloak teleporting. So we can make the cloak. So sure, we'll make the cloak. We're not archiving a cell. We'll archive a stomach. So we need 1 elastomer, 3 elastomer. So we just do 1 more thing and we're teleporting our way to victory. Ho, ho, ho. Should have chased more elastomer, Deno. Should have chased it earlier. That's okay. Second red cloak, black and red cuirass. That's the good bit. Black and red gauntlets, black and red greaves. Okay, that's all the good stuff right there. So we probably go for that cancelling hit kit that I was talking about before with the gladiator garb and stuff and see if we can avoid the gambler that way. I reckon we spend the rest of our endeavours just gaining evasion on 6 survivors. So let's do that. However, bloodletting is lose all survival and cannot gain survival this settlement phase for any reason. So that's on a 1 to 3. So let's just do it with all of our best survivors and hope we don't roll a 1 to 3. So Peppermint, she's going to roll a 2. So she loses all survival and she can't gain survival this settlement phase at all, but she gains a permanent evasion and gains an understanding. So that's okay because we can potentially still make her a partner of someone if we wanted to part with her, which we don't. We'll do a next person down and that will be Coconut Ruff. Coconut Ruff rolls a 4, so she gains 3 insanity. Gains an evasion. Skittle, our Silk Surgeon, yeah, let's risk it for the biscuit. Skittle rolls a 4, 3 insanity, 1, 2, 3, permanent evasion. Nice. Skittle's going to go. Let's go. So Skittle and Coconut Ruff are going. Alistair, we're not going to worry about. Peanut Brittle. Come on, Peanut Brittle. Yes. 1, 2, 3. She gains a permanent evasion. So we've got 2 more to go. Do we make a partner for Peppermint in someone who can get ageless? Sugar-free Red Bull is actually not a bad option, really. Who can get ageless? Lemon Lime Bitters, no. Boost, no. Dr. Pepper can get ageless. We need to defeat the pariah in Lantern Year 22 to clear off the thing that stops us from getting understanding gains. No, I think we'll keep her at home anyway. So let's just do Vita, because she can't go out anyway. Vita rolls a 2, loses all survival. No big deal. She gains evasion 4. Claudine, definitely going for it. Claudine rolls a 7, and that is gain 3 insanity. Gain a permanent evasion. So that's great. I really like that little bonus for us. So we just got to select our people to go out with. So we'll go out with Boost, and we'll go out with Peanut Brittle, I guess. Yep. And our scout, we probably go with our best scout that we have. It's probably Sugar-free Red Bull, so we can try for rushing down. Okay, so I'm going to try and add the Gambler to this situation. Change content. No, I don't think we can. So we're just going to set the Watcher. Basically works the same. Showdown, Watcher. Special Showdown, Nemesis Encounter, Watcher. So it's actually the Gambler. I did my shrine roll, so I'll save that for the next hunt phase. So that's the usual dealio where we're going to have a shrine and a face painting. And this will be, unfortunately, probably a couple of days away unless I find time to record it, which would be cool and would be great. Getting to fight him would be awesome. So let's just quickly talk about the next little timeline situation. We've got the Pariah in 22, we've got the Red Witches in 26, and we've got the God Hand in 30. We're going to fight the Silent Mother, which is a special Spidercules, and we're going to try for the Old Master as well. We desperately need to get more survival limit before we can consider that. But yeah, we definitely need that. But we're going to get through this fight first. The Gambler is going to create some problems. He's got 10,000 luck tokens. The Old Master Scarabost is the toughest dung beetle knight you can fight. It is a level 4 dung beetle knight. It's like a legendary monster version of the dung beetle knight. It is widely considered the hardest fight in the game. Probably true prior to the new expansions coming out with like toughness 30 monsters. It's such a sick fight. I'll show you the thing. It's great. To actually get him, you need to do this cool storytelling thing. Dung Beetle Knight is the best expansion. There is absolutely no contesting that. So you have to have a secret meeting. So you have to put it on the timeline after you have innovative storytelling. And what do we have to defeat? You have to defeat a level 1 or 2 guy, I think, to actually add it to the timeline. Yeah, if you've innovated storytelling, add secret meeting to the timeline 2 years from now. So there he is. You do 2 things and then you add secret meeting again. So we might have left it too late, but I didn't want to innovate storytelling at this point anyway. He is 25 toughness. He is damage +5. He has 3 luck tokens, which means you just can't crit him. He's got +1 accuracy. He's movement 9, which means you can't dash cancel him. And he's 4 speed, 5 speed, 6 speed on his attacks, which is ridiculous. But what makes him even worse is he's just got a life. So he's like the Red Witches. So he's just got 6 cards, 25 wounds. He starts with Swordmaster and Berserker, which is from the Butcher, which is he draws 2 AI cards a turn, I think. So yeah, so he draws 2 AI cards. He's got +5 damage, and he's got accuracy +1. Yeah. It's like the most berserk fight. And there was an issue in the original version of this, which was there's a couple of these things that didn't, like it's missing one of these. And so what basically happened is it didn't matter where he was, he would always pick up the ball and he would always throw it. And like it was impossible. It was impossible to beat him. It's one of the best fights. I don't think I've done it on camera. Maybe I did do it on camera a few years ago. I'd have to think. We're getting close to these survivors being a chance, because the one piece that you can get away with against this guy is evasion. So our survivors are actually getting pretty awesome around evasion. So hence the reason why I was going for lots of evasion. Great. So the survivors we've got going out against the Gambler, it's pretty much our best team without our white speaker in training. So we'll do our best. Yeah, every one of these have got undeathable. Boost is the only one who's probably a bit shit. I might reconsider him because that sword's probably not enough. What toughness is the Gambler? He's 20. Yeah, the sword that we've got's not enough. So it might not be Boost, it might be someone else. It can't be Jelly. Dr. Pepper with the speed, maybe? Use the Saviour's... what's his special ability called? Lucerne's Lantern. The monster suffers a critical wound at any locations with critical wound effects. Yep, I reckon Dr. Pepper's going out. We get one crack at doing that. Oh, who's our person with Infernal Rhythm, actually? We want to use the hit location manipulation. And we're also going to fight level 3 Phoenix for a couple of fights as well, so we can get the Crest Crown and do some fun stuff with the Crest Crown. But we need Ageless on at least one more survivor before we can do that. Not Virtuoso. It is Lemon Lime Bitters, isn't it? Where is the fighting art? Is Infernal Rhythm. Yeah, it is Infernal Rhythm. Okay. So that person won't be the scout, so we will have that up our sleeve. Nice. Okay, cool. Sword guy, you're out of here. So yeah, you will not be a scout. You will be some other, let's call you Leather Elastic Shield. Great, and you can be blue. I'm frothing. I'm frothing for this showdown. I'm not doing it tonight though. We're not going to do it tonight. So I will depart now, and I will catch you all again soon, friends. I hope you're enjoying this second season of Kingdom Death with the Red Witches and Pariah. I am loving it. What a great game. What a great time to be a Kingdom Death fan. So many more expansions coming. Get amongst it. I will catch you all. I'm back on definitely Thursday. Probably streaming this fight, and maybe earlier. We'll see. Thanks, Scarabost. Thanks, Crisp. Thanks, Darren, Match Fixer. Have a great week. Big 10.